Hello, everybody. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3, has begun. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. And, so if you're watching it live, hello, welcome. Announce yourself when you come in the room. I'd appreciate it. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please hit, smash the subscribe tab, and also like the videos. And also comment, please. When you do that, YouTube will actually use the algorithms of YouTube to send Coaching for the Soul to people around the world who, guess what, need a little bit more Coaching for the Soul. Yeah. So if you do that for me, I would appreciate it. Last week, some people did. Thank you. 15 likes last week. Awesome. 66 views, I think it said. It's good. Yes. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Haley. Hey, Pat. See, yeah, it's a tie-dye. It's a tie-dye tank. Yeah. So, energy is crazy, and life is crazy, and it's interesting, up and down all around. Hey, Rochelle. And we're going to talk about all that today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Chimes are good. Hello, Allison Strange. How are you doing, dear? Yes. So it's going to be a quick hour. It always is, right? It doesn't last very long. Holy moly, this day is flying again. Yeah, the month flew. It's all 4th of July this weekend, which is kind of crazy. So stay present, get outside, put your feet in the ground, on the ground, get in the water. Hey, Tracy Parker. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Carol Plowman. How are you? Yes. So, be conscious, Spirit says. Be conscious, be present. Hey, Joe. About the weather. Hi, Sherry. Okay. Summer goes really fast up here, right? It goes fast across the country. Hey, Dawn. We get into fall really fast. I think we've already lost almost 10 minutes of sunlight so far since the summer solstice last week. Hey, Susan. Yeah. So, got to pay attention, be conscious. It goes by really fast, so get your warm nights outside, and hey, Barb, and your mornings, get your walks in. It's gonna be a great weekend here in Michigan. Be nice and sunny down here south, so it's gonna be pretty great. So yeah, we've got 8 weeks till Labor Day, everybody. So we know what that means in Michigan. So we have to enjoy every single day. Stay conscious, stay present. Spirit's been telling me that for like the last 2 weeks. With everything that's going on, that we have to stay conscious, especially for myself, because I can get into, not even into my head anymore, into my spiritualness, right? And just work through things and all these epiphanies and all these cool things going on. I've been to the pool once this year. In past years, I'd be there almost 3 times, 4 times a week, but no need to. It's all in my house. It's all right here. So, yeah. Hey, Laura, namaste to you. Hey, Bethany, how's it going? You beautiful goddess, you. I am feeling good. I got more news today, which is kind of disrupting. I have to have an MRI on my pelvis and things, so we're doing that on the 24th of July. There's something going on in there that we don't know what it is. So I have elevated levels of things that shouldn't be elevated. So we're going to talk about that too. This transformation, guys, I'm telling you, this transformation, and it's all shadow work. It's all shadow work. And I'm going to use chimes. I'm going to use myself as the example, as I always do. Hey, Kelly. And I want to let everybody know, okay, that the reason that I use myself as the example and not a third person, let's say, is just simply because if I can go through it, you all can go through it too, okay? There's been a few people in my past who have wondered why I use myself as the example. And it's like, well, if I can go through it, hey, Shelly, then everyone can go through it, and we all can. It's just how we choose to think about it. The news today was not good. But you know what? I'm balanced. I'm in a good place. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm not going to die or anything. Yeah. So, as my transformation big time started this year, pretty much last year, okay, with meeting Tammy Braswell and, you know, Spirit bringing her into my life and things like that, energy blast and all the good stuff that comes with that, right? And then in March being diagnosed with the IBS and things like that. Getting that all under control as a good Capricorn does, okay? It's all about the shadow work. The stuff that was in my gut was all from past lives. All from past lives, all past life energy, all past life, just junk of I know. He says it is life experiences. It is mostly death. It is struggle. It is human of 12,000 years. Yeah, all culminated in my gut. Okay, because I'm the Capricorn, 12,000 years, right? Makes total sense. So as we overcome one, there's another shadow coming. And that's what happened today. Okay? So, chimes. So as we all go through this transformation, right? As we go through all of this stuff that is our shadow work. I just call it past life stuff, but there is shadow. Because shadows, I know. He says, because shadows are scary. Shadows can follow you around. Shadows can actually hinder you from moving yourself forward out of fear, which is true. He says a lot of times they manifest inside your body, and I know, inside your gut. Spirit has often talked to people about losing their energy. Women, it metastasizes breast cancer. As men, it's colon cancer. Okay, and that's true, because if we don't let go of our energy, that no longer serves us, especially in this lifetime, right? Because this lifetime, I will guarantee you, is probably one of your biggest struggles you've had in most of your lifetimes. Why? We're in higher dimensional energy. Hey, Blake, we're in higher dimensional energy, number one. Number two, if you're older, if you're younger, God bless you, you don't have to go through it. But as old folks, we started in 3D. We came from 3D, right? We chose to be born in 3D with all that entails, all the struggles, all the stuff, all of the fear, all of the delusion, everything. So we have it tougher, but we chose that because we're going to lose our shadow in this lifetime. He says younger people, most of them lost it before they came. He's talking about beginning in the year 2000, maybe 1999, but he's saying 2000, okay? So younger people that are now 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, whatever, they did a lot of their shadow work before they came to Earth. Now, it depends upon which parents they chose, how deeply they're embedded in 3D. Okay, so for me, I totally get it. I totally get the fact that I have gone through and got to the point at 61 last year, meeting Tammy, starting my energy journey. Hey Marla, and that just blowing me out of the water. You guys know that. That's why I promote it like I do. And really getting down and allowing everything to leave that's supposed to leave. Purging as much as I possibly can, spiritually, psychologically, okay? And understanding that I'm no longer that person. Okay? And neither are you, okay? Understanding that everyone's at a different point of ascension. But the shadow work is so important, everybody. And I know of 3 or 4 people, I think I mentioned this last week, that are known around the world, okay, that have taken breaks. They're no longer on social media. They're no longer on YouTube. They had to take a break to do their shadow work. One in particular, the new astrologist, Christopher, he just up and left. He tried for a couple of weeks to do a different format to his 2-hour show. It was about an hour. And after 3 weeks, he said, guys, I have to step back. I've got too much stuff going on. And that's what's happening for all of us, everybody. Doesn't matter how important you think you are. Doesn't matter how many viewers you have on YouTube. Doesn't matter how many people you know. Doesn't matter about any of that human, hey Shannon, third dimensional stuff. You chose right now to do that transformation, to change. And I'm telling you what, this is fascinating. I was talking to Spirit this week about the geomagnetic field. I had to make myself notes, guys, because everything is happening so fast. The geomagnetic field, remember that Spirit has talked about we're getting hit with gamma rays constantly? And because we're in a different position in the universe, the geomagnetic field has moved. So we're receiving all of this information, all of this upgrading, all of this everything. The DNA is shifting so quickly that we don't know what it is. So we're irritable, frustrated, act kind of crazy, say things we don't mean, become depressed, get in our cocoon, don't want to be talked to, push everybody away. Well, that's because our bodies are going through this transformation. I know. He says like a monarch butterfly, going from a caterpillar and eating and surviving, right? And going through our day, going through our years, going through our tens of thousands of years, Spirit says. And then we get this information. We get this instinct. We get this thing that says, okay, you know what? Right now, I've got a cocoon. I've got to wrap myself around this, and I've got to let myself transform into this beautiful monarch butterfly, this swallowtail butterfly. Okay? And we have to be conscious of that. We have to be conscious. Don't beat yourself up, because we're going to talk about this in a minute too. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. Get yourself out of that space in your mind where you are persecuting yourself. Okay? And persecuting yourself. And I'm going to make another video about this too, a short conversation with my guides video. But Spirit's telling me that I need to bring it in here too. Okay? Because it has to do with shadow work. Monday. Spirit woke me up at about 2:15. And I had this bizarre dream. And I didn't really know what it was. And I'm laying in bed. And Spirit says, stop persecuting yourself, Bill. Stop persecuting yourself. And we all do it. We all do it. Negative ego, right? Every little thing that comes up, and our guides bring that stuff up so we look at it and let it go. That's shadow work. So I'm laying in bed, 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I need to go back to sleep. No, not yet. So we have a conversation about persecution, okay? And it is emotional persecution that we put on ourselves. Again, just like last week's body separating, right? Emotional, human body, spiritual. I know, Jones. Okay? We do those things without even knowing it. I know. Spirit says it's another level of our negative ego consciousness. We may not even hear the narrative. We may just feel there's something off. There's something wrong. I don't get it. We have to ask those questions to our guides. We have to ask Spirit. Okay? It's about saying, okay, Spirit, what is this? Why do I feel like this today? That's all you have to say. Spirit, why do I feel like this right now? What is this about right here? I don't get it. Okay? Again, we all know they wake you up between 2 a.m. and 4 is the time that they normally will say, poke, 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 poke. For me, they just start talking. Bill, yeah. Okay? So we have to be conscious of the persecution. We have to be conscious of, I know, Spirit. He says it's one more layer that they're removing from us. It's one more layer of 12,000 years of survival on the planet once every other, hi Pamela, once every other, most society, humans, perished. We were born. The struggle of the third dimension, of the third dimensional being. And we have to be conscious of that. It doesn't matter how far you're into your spirituality. It doesn't matter how far you think you want to go into your spirituality, because I'm telling you, everyone is going to go through it. And you can stop it, you can start it, but guess what? Let it flow. Face that stuff when it comes. I know. And also, higher dimensional guides are here. What human has to understand is the transformation is for real. It is not going to stop. It is going to be immediate in some cases. Even though your family may not know, even though you may not know, I get it. Okay. Even though the world may not know, the world is going through a process of transformational change that only human will see, only human will feel. In every way possible, you will look at the earth in the next 2-3 years as a totally different light body being. Now, from where we sit right here, that can seem kind of strange. That can seem like, okay, I don't really know what that means. You're not supposed to know. Yes, human is kept in the dark in this. Everything is internal. It is not external. The world may seem like it's the same, but it is not. The energy is shifting inside of you, inside of the planet, inside of others around you. So understand that you have to find your tribe. Understand that you cannot push yourself. Understand you cannot control it. Understand that we are in control. This is a predestined transformation. And your souls are participating in that 100%. Even death cannot stop you from transforming. Those of you who would think of that, because of the pain, it would not be successful, meaning hurting yourself or whatever. That's weird. I don't like that. You have to understand that higher dimensional energy awaits. And when you get to that point, you will not be awkward. You will not feel strange. You will not feel human. Chimes. The love that you have inside of you is here. But human is afraid to use it, which we all are. Fear. Do your shadow work. Understand that when things come up, you have to process them. Only you can process them. They will not go away. We will not allow you to any longer put it behind you, meaning stuff it away. It will come up again and again and again because we need you to pass through that shadow. That makes sense. Understanding we're waiting for you here. All will come with you. All will come with you. But you have to make the conscious choice to allow us to get you there. It will not be an argument. It will not be a fight. We will not do that with you. We will pick you up and move you. Allow the energy from the universe. Allow the transformational energy from the universe to pick you up and sweep you forward, cleansing you as you go. Kind of like the Superman thing. Hey, Molly. You will continue to evolve. You will continue to eat different food. You'll continue to act different. You'll continue to be able to focus in on things that you never focused in on before, because the energy will hit you differently. Reacting your DNA and connecting you to the things you're supposed to connect to while other things fall behind. Health will be an important thing. Human health, the transformation of the human body, of letting the energy go, of changing the way that we operate inside. Kind of cool. The mind will take over. As your brain evolves, as your human brain evolves, and it becomes more light, as it becomes more activated, as it becomes more substantial, less about survival and pain, and more about psychic abilities, clairvoyancy, and beyond. Most of you will get to most of you will get to the 9th or 10th dimension in this lifetime. That I cannot explain yet. If I was to explain the way the earth would process, progress, you would not understand. Hey, Abby. You would totally not understand. It's hard for us now to even think about telling you everything in the next 8 years, 10 years. Because you still live in third dimensional thinking. You still live in a place that you believe is real when it is not. Ooh. Understanding that we are the officials. We are the officials. We're the beings leading the team. We're the beings helping out the masters. Akashic masters? Yes. As you go through your light years, as you process your light years, that's your past lives, you'll become lighter, not understanding why. Physical ailments will come up, which will be easily fixed. It's up to you to stay in love. It's up to you to stay in balance. It's up to you to understand this is not a transformation of hurt. This is not a transformation of regret. This is not a persecution, as some will think. As we strip them of their armor, as we strip them of all of the things that they've known, that they're comfortable with, it will no longer, and I've talked about this before, it will no longer be about stuff. It will no longer be accumulating stuff to nesting. It will be all about the collective consciousness. It'll be all about one another. It'll be all about love and not ourselves. Staying isolated. Hey, Polly. And I know. We need you to understand that this is a process that has already begun. We need you to understand that as we go through 4th and 5th dimension, it will be seamless. Hi, Karen. It will be seamless if you allow us to move you through that dimensional energy. Allow us to strip you of your past. Ooh, yes. My heart's like this. Some will think we're the enemy. Some will think that things are that they're being punished. It's not true. And that is their third dimensional self. That is, hi Nancy. Watch it on YouTube, Nance, because it's pretty good today. And that persecution, that feeling of being put upon, all comes from this lifetime. All comes from past lifetime, but mostly this lifetime, where it has been reacted. It has been reacted in this lifetime for victim and for victim mortality. What that is, victim mortality. Everything is being enhanced. Everything is being pushed. Everything is being put upon you. I'll tell you in a minute, Joe. And they're putting the new roof on, guys. So if you hear banging and stuff like that, they're still putting the new roof on. So they're up there now. So, yes. We have to start believing the fairy tale, the human fairy tale of who we're supposed to be. And if you don't know what that is, it's time to ask, he says. Ask us, Chimes. Ask us what the fairy tale is, because the fairy tale is true. As we continue to uplift you, as we continue to get you to where you need to go, you're going to be amazed at who you are. You're going to be amazed at who you are. Hey, Trisha. You're going to be very, very, very surprised at the pace in which you evolve. You're going to be very, very surprised what you know and what you think that you thought you knew when it's gone. Meaning your humanness is going to disappear. Your love, the humanness being, I need to isolate. I need to be inside my place. I need to have my stuff. I want that. I want that. I want that because it's going to make me happy. No, it's about the hole in your heart. It's about understanding that anything that you buy that you believe you deserve is not going to make you chimes. It's not going to make you happy because we have to do the work. We have to understand that the only way that I get it. He just hit me in the back of the head. I'm not all listening. Because he shows me people with a hole in their heart. Like, let me get up, like this. Okay? He says they keep feeding it. They keep feeding it, they keep feeding it, they keep feeding it with third dimensional stuff on earth. And eventually they're full with third dimensional stuff. And what do they do with it? They have to purge it. That can be emotional, that can be physical, that can be mental, that can be spiritual. He says many, many people have spiritual BS that they believe or they thought they believed or they've been indoctrinated with, that they've tucked away inside their bodies, and they have to understand that that has to be gone too. We're becoming a heart-based world. Heart-based world. And I get it. There's no controlling it. There's no human controlling the heart-based world. It's already in process. I can tell that. I'm not the guy I used to be a year ago, 2 years ago, at all. It's all here. And that's because my heart is clear. My heart is clean. That I have done my work. And everybody has to. Okay? It's about not settling. I get it. I know. It's about taking your heart out and looking at it. It's about taking your heart and going, okay, I need to understand this. I need to understand why that bothers me. I need to understand why that bothers me. I have to understand why that bothers me. Because if you do that, it's going to happen. I know. Human is so used to pain. Human is so used to emotional pain, psychological pain, physical pain, that when they get pain, what they do is retreat or they live with it. Instead of going, okay, instead of asking us, how do I lose that? How do I get rid of that? What is that? Because they're afraid of what it is. They're afraid of voicing their opinion, of voicing their concern, of voicing, because of the thousands of years they have been shut down, that they have been dominated. That is no more. That is no more. And as more and more of the human race elevates, gets into higher dimensional energy, truly, and lives there, all will be seen. All will be seen. And they will become teachers. And I've said that before. Spirit has said that before. That's why we're doing what we're doing. It would be easy if we could take the human heart and scrub it, but it does not work that way. It does not work that way. We have to be the ones who actually look at the shadow, try to understand the shadow, and ask about the shadow, and work through our stuff. And for them, it's not as hard as people think. It's not as difficult as human thinks. It's the struggles of the 12,000 year time frame that hinders them. It's fear. It's fear. We've lived in fear. We still live in fear. We don't live in happiness, right? We don't live in balance. We might be balanced for half the time, maybe balanced a quarter of the time. May not be balanced at all. James. In the next 5 years, human will be cleared. In the next 2 to 3 years, transformation will happen at such a rapid pace that people will not understand what has just happened as they are projected forward, as there are that is. Human is stronger than they think. They believe they're weak, that they cannot face that they cannot go through that minefield, which is not true. That's a lie. That's my guides. We're working together. And that's my authority. Yes. They wish they could clear the earth of everything bad like that, but they cannot. It is impossible for them to do. It is impossible because that is not... In prior civilizations, we could do that because they would be able to see us. They would be able to understand us. They would be able to accept us. The 12th dimensional humans cannot. They will not understand that. They will not get it, giants. Because they live in fear. And they are lower dimensional beings at this time. Because I know, I'm going to explain this really quick. Hey Heidi, how are you, honey? So I'm going to explain this really quick before I'm going to kind of put them on a hold for a minute. Past civilizations perished for a reason, okay? And that was because they had to switch the time continuum, okay? That they had to change for that third dimensional energy, right? It wasn't even second dimension. I mean, it was far past that in that world. It was a separate class of humans. So as that happened and the 12,000 years began, human was extremely, extremely primal. Okay? Did not have any of the thoughts or the understanding of anything 12,000 years ago. All right? So we went from being this human race on the planet who understood the gods, who understood the spaceships, who understood the people that came from outer space to teach them how to do everything. And I find it very interesting that that culture, that human, that race died out. Died. The Mayans, the Lemurians, Aztecs, Atlantis. Okay, that's all when everything switched. And a little bit after. So understanding this, that we come from a place of primal misunderstanding, a place of primal, yes. He says, I get it. The human at their dumbest, human at their lowest common denominator. Understanding we knew 12,000 years of moving forward, 12,000 years of doing what we need to, of building a civilization to prepare us for this transformation, to prepare us to leave 12,000 years of bullshit, of struggle, of stuff that our human body, our human heart, okay, our human ego collected all that information on survival, not living, survival. And in this lifetime right now, we are moving out of that. And you guys all know that. Again, I get it. By 2024, 2025, human race on Earth will not be the same. Human race on Earth will have been projected into fifth and possibly sixth dimensional energy. You will not be asked to shred, we will shred it. But we have to agree to it. We have to be the ones who go, okay, I need to let that go. Okay, I need to let that go. I need to let that go too. Because we will, again, it's like human possessions. Human possessions, they possess. They keep their stuff. They keep it here. They keep it in their house till they get rid of it. Voluntarily, he says. So when we go to take it, you'll know. And you have to make the decision either to keep it out of fear or letting it go. Find your balance, he says. Find your balance. Understand there are many ways to find your balance. And if you do not find your balance, you will feel persecuted. And it's not persecution, guys. It's not at all. It's them trying to get you to understand that I gotta let this shit go. I gotta let it go, because it's not mine. It's from past lives. I need to let it go. The fear, the sadness, the sympathy, the victimhood, everything. Because as you do that, you get sucked up into this beautiful white light, this beautiful emotional energy, which again, as your bodies are coming back together, like we talked about last week, right here on Coaching for the Soul, right? What a better time to put your, he's laughing, because I just thought about a Sunday, right? Not a Sunday day, but like an ice cream sundae, right? I'm putting all my stuff on, all the stuff I want. My body's coming back together as ice cream, okay? And I want that to be the best ice cream ever. Of course I do, because I can't eat ice cream. Does that make sense? He finds me silly. Interesting. He wants everyone to understand. She says they. I say he because it's one person speaking. And this person is interesting. Before, when the authority came, they looked like Thor. This man is white. He has white hair. It's interesting because he's in front of like 7 people, 7 beings. He says, we are the collective. We are the authority. And they all look, they all look different. They all look different. Interesting. We need them to understand that we're halfway through the transformation. Got it. There is only time in spirit. There's only time on earth. There's not time here. So some will say, how come I'm not farther? How come I'm not this? How come I'm not that? Or they will say nothing at all. We would rather they say something to express what they're feeling, to get them to understand. Because when they do express, we lift them in higher dimensional energy. But most live in fear. Most will not, James, speak out loud. They live in emotional fear. They live in emotional fear, not understanding that that's what keeps them in shackles. That's what keeps them tied down. That's what keeps them in third dimension, is all of the emotional things that they have not seen yet, have not felt yet, but do not understand yet. So as we bring those things to the surface, as we bring these things into consciousness, he says, we have to make sure that human is conscious of that feeling, not what it is. Total sense. Allowing us to clear it as fast as we possibly can, so that human can move forward. Again, he wants to emphasize, the world that we live in right now is not really the world. It's not. What you see is not what you're getting. Hi, Liz. That's why this man said earlier today to make sure that you're conscious about the days that you're living in. To make sure that you understand that the sunshine we're getting in summer, to understand that the things that we take for granted in summer will quickly be lost because we live in the north. Others do not. But it still gets cloudy and cold and gross. Earth will transform also in weather. It's doing it now. The earth is not going anywhere. Will things be different? Will things be changed? Yes. Will it be an oasis? Yes. Your oasis in higher dimensional energy. Understanding that as you become a lighter weight being, as you really get into and really grasp hold of that the world you live in today is not the world you will live in 6 months or a year or 2 years from now. Everything is shifting. Everything is shifting. And because you live in America, he says, you are part of the, I don't know what that is. You are part of the evolution. You are the part of the movement forward. You are the easiest people in the world to move into higher dimensional energy. Those that do not move quickly will stay. But for the majority of the human population in America, in the United States, he says, interesting, I've had this conversation before, are moving at a faster rate than other places in the world, than the general population, because there's so many of you. That's why we picked America. Oh no, that's because that's why America was picked. Weird. You may not see the transformation. You may not see the dimensions. You may not see the portals. You may not see much of anything until you do. And when you do, it will totally resonate with you. There will be no fear. There will be no anything. You'll automatically accept it and go, okay, well, I see that, and I see that, and I see that. Hi, Lisa. Understanding that as your DNA, as your I know, as the portals open, as all kinds of things shift, as the dimensions shift, as you're looking at one thing and you're seeing another thing, but nobody else is. Understanding that you will not be in fear. You will totally understand exactly what that is. The people with you will probably not, so don't say anything. Keep it to yourself until you're with your tribe. Dimensions are shifting so quickly right now that portals are everywhere. Everywhere. And if you look closely, you can see the energy around the trees. You can see the energy around the birds. You can see the energy around the sky. But only for a moment before your third dimensional self kicks in and goes, okay, that's not real. And that's negative ego, right? It's that defense of going, no, don't go there because I don't know what that is. Right? Yes. Things are not what they seem. In a positive sense. All this fear, especially in America, of human not understanding, the transformation going on in politics, in human beings, in your country. What you may think is bad is good. What you may think is as the end is not the end. It is only the end of that third dimensional energy which you still carry. And he wants to make sure that everyone understands this, that all of I know, pressure, all the energy that is being put out that we believe is negative is not. It's transformational energy. It's to get us to react. And how do you react to that? How do you react to the shelves not being stocked? How do you react to political stuff, right? How do you react to the trial, to the congressional things? How do you react to high gas prices? How do you react? That's all to get you to transform. It is all to get you to look at it and go, okay, I'm in a spot right now. We're in a spot right now. But why am I in a spot right now? It's about fear. Get it. It's going to get better before it gets worse. But it will ebb and flow. He says that's what COVID was here for. He wants to reemphasize that. You didn't think you would survive COVID, but guess what the humans did? You did not think that you could survive being cocooned, but you did. You did not think you could go through the transformation, but you did. Understanding the same thing is happening now, only in the open. Only in the open. And evil will truly be diminished. The things on the planet that no longer serve human will be destroyed. But human cannot be fearful. Human cannot be fearful for things they cannot control. That is our job. But human gets stuck into that third dimensional thinking of 12,000 years and trying to figure out, and they get all up in their head about saving people, about saving this, about saving that, about saving. No, stop. It does not serve you, he says. That's our job. The collective has already taken care of that. It's already been written. It's already been planned. We already see the ending point. Human does not. So every time you get in fear because you can't, Because the news is negative. Not even that. No, not even that. News/energy perceives to be negative. It is not. It's reactionary. It is Heidi. That's no. That's your third dimensional thinking. Hey, Suze. Yes. Yes. Because Heidi just said a push from spirit to only grocery shop and stock up. No. It's a new like Liz said. It's a new beginning. It is a new starting point. It is a new thing of saying, okay, you know what? Will there be shortages? Yes. We don't need all the stuff we've got. They know that. Again, getting us ready to be lower dimensional beings. Getting us to where we don't eat the same food. We don't need the same food. I can attest to that. I cook everything at home now. I was not that guy. But guess what? Chocolate pudding, banana cream pudding, cooked carrots, rice, chicken breasts, strawberries, smoothies, all that kind of stuff, right? I'm not that guy, but guess what? I have to be that guy. And that's going to be us. We don't need to we will not process the processed food. We will not understand, quit eating out exactly. See, that we have to make sure that, he just said plant-based diet is coming. Doesn't mean we still won't eat animals, because we will. Till 2028, 2029, maybe 2030 as we hit 5D, okay? He says, but what, the reason that America was chosen, it's young. The reason America was chosen is because of the people in the country are not long-standing, it's weird. Not a lot of history in the country. That's what it is. That's what it is. So all the geopolitical things are all a transformational process I get it. And the United States, he says America, is the one that's leading the world. He says some will not believe that, some will not understand that, some will push back at that until it happens. And they have to, that's weird. Hang on. Ooh. Some will fight the uplifting. Hey, Jennifer, some will fight what and where they're supposed to go. And we will leave them there in their fear until they ask us to take them with us. But all of you will be further along, will be further ahead, will be way further into 5 and 6 dimension. As the energies shift, as the portals open, as you see more quantum energy, as you look to the sky and see things that no one else sees, you will be fascinated. Human will be fascinated but not afraid. Fascinated but not afraid. Emotionally, they will be connected. Emotionally, they will understand that, oh my gosh, I see that and I recognize that. Not because of past lives, he says, because of newfound energy that you are going to be fine with. Jennifer says my voice sounds different because I'm talking to higher dimensional guides. Hey, Sandra. So it's a little bit more urgent than when I'm with my guides. They're more intense. Everything will make sense. Everything will make sense to a point here in the human heart once it is cleared. But you have to allow us to clear. You have to do your work. You have to make sure that you focus. You have to make sure that you understand that we're going to take you to that place. And as your things come up, as your energy shifts, ooh, yes. As you have newfound knowledge, newfound energy, newfound senses, that will seem normal to you until you realize and stop and go, I wasn't this person a year ago. Yes, Shelley, you're right. It's more, yeah. Because it will happen. That is why Bill continually talks to you about understanding that you have to look backwards to see where you came. You have to look backwards to see where you came. It's the only way. It's the only way for a human to move forward. It's Hansel and Gretel. Spirit talks about Hansel and Gretel all the time. I will distract you with cool things, all kinds of random thoughts, all kinds of this cool and groovy stuff, right? To get you to follow your spirit guides, to get you to follow the beings that have never been human, that you know inherently inside of your body, inside of your DNA, that I'm supposed to follow them because they're mine. And then when you are in a plateau and 3D ego kicks in, you go, holy shit, how do I get back there? Well, the bread's gone, because guess what? The squirrels ate it. They made the squirrels eat the bread. So you can't go backwards. But you can look backwards and go, oh my God, in the past 6 months, I am so much in a higher dimension. I'm so much cleaner. I'm so much happier. I understand so much more. Instead of the other way, when you hit that plateau, which is, oh my gosh, I still feel like this. Oh my gosh, because ego's gonna kick in and try to get you to understand the bullshit that's not real. And guess what? Eventually, I will tell you guys, by 2025, that negative ego is gonna flip to positive ego for 80% of the human population in America and around the world. Because we will have purged all these things that we needed to purge because they're driving the train. Yes, we are. The collective is driving the train. As you join the collective, right? As you get on the train, as you get on the bus, guess what? You no longer have to do anything but live. Not survive, but live. And by the time that happens, your human will be so pleasantly happy, will be so in a place of balance, will so understand that past life in this lifetime will not even be thought of, because you will be surrounded and infused with love and understanding and feeling of bliss without wanting anything, because everything that you want will be yours. You will have it. Not physical things. James. And that's what it's all about, is understanding that the physical things now are third dimension. And I know that's why I'm going through my process. And that's why Lee's going through his process. Mine's a little bit more intense than his. He's just going through his emotional stuff at the moment. So we can pick up once Bailey passes, and we can go to a place in Maui that is less than what we have here. And I get it. I totally get it. Does that mean everybody's going to Maui? No. It means that as we go through this transformation, as we go through this energy, as we lose our stuff, things in the world are going to change. They're going to change. And there's no doubt about that. Will there still be fear? Yeah, the 3Ders. That's what they're there for. But for our job is to make sure that we understand and we stay conscious of going, okay, I have nothing to be fearful about. I've got enough to eat. And if you don't, reach out. The collective will feed you. Reach out. The collective will take care of you. It's human who doesn't want to do that because it's ego. Negative ego wants you to suffer. And negative ego wants you to get in that cocoon and just die. Because that's what happened in past lives. Instead of going, okay, guys, I need help. I need help. I don't have enough money for this. I can't pay this. I don't have enough money for food. And if any of you are like that, again, reach out. Reach out. Because there's plenty of us in the collective, I know on this broadcast and other broadcasts, that will pretty much give you anything that you need to make it through. I know. And that fills me with so much emotion because it's true. It's true. The love and the people who follow Coaching for the Soul and the people in the collective, I'm telling you guys, even if it's $10, it doesn't matter. It's a fact of you reaching out and saying, hey guys, I blah, 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 blah. I mean, please, if you don't have enough to eat, let me know. If you don't, right? I mean, there's always, trust me, there's plenty of ways for us to give money to people who don't have. And that's the blessing, as they said, of America turning upside down. I'm telling you, in the next year, year and a half, you're going to be surprised at how what we thought was real was not real. When all of a sudden, the rich are no longer rich. What we thought was true was not true. All of the things that happened, to get on top of my ceiling at the moment, right? At 5 minutes to 4. They gave us 55 minutes, so that's pretty good. But understanding that right now, the world, but our country being turned upside down for a reason. The shortages, the high gas rate, for a reason. To get us out of fear. To get us out of a place of not asking for help. Of things not coming to us. Because as we go into this November, I'm going to tell you this really quick before I go. Everything is going to be seen for what it's supposed to have been seen for the past 2 years. Okay? I will tell you, this is not a political statement at all. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let me say that. Okay? But I have been guided and I have been told that the Senate will pick up 5 to 10 Democratic seats. And the House of Representatives will do the exact same thing. And the Democrats will be in control till 2030. Why? Because we'll be in fifth dimension by 2030. That all the things that are delusional, all the things that are not real, and that is from the former president to the trials, to the congressional hearings, to the trials that are coming within the next 14 months, our world will be different in the United States of America. And I channeled that in the past 3 months. Just like I channeled about who's going to win the elections and who's going to be in power. The Democrats will be in power until 2030. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So again, take that fear of, oh my gosh, we can't do anything. We can. The Roe versus Wade will be fixed within 6 months. Trust me. Trust me. As it flips upside down, because the patriarchic society in our country is going to go bye-bye. As more and more people who have done wrong to the country will be put in prison. Okay? So I know, got it. Energy. I'm telling you, it's all going to work out. And it's all fear-based. We're all afraid. We're all afraid of everything on top of everything. So keep that in mind, understanding that it's all going to be fine by 2025. Okay? By 2024, 2022, 2024, election time, it's going to be fine. Okay? As these people are put into progressive power to make sure that our country is what it's supposed to be. Why did they choose America? They chose America because it's only 247 years old and we all came here from someplace else. Okay? So as I speak that, viewership goes down like this. It's just what I channel. Okay? But I want everybody to understand that we have to get out of the fear, that everything that's going on now is transformational, all right? That there isn't a reason to be fearful at all. Is it a tough time? Yes. Is it difficult to watch and to hear about? Yes. Is it difficult to live in? Yes. But that doesn't mean that it's not good, because status quo no longer exists. It no longer exists, thank God. Because we would not live in third dimensional energy. We would perish in 3D. Chimes. Okay? So understand this is for our best good. It is, and you chose to be here. And there's a lot of times when I tell people that, and they're just like put off by that. No, honestly, your soul chose to be here right now for a reason. For the transformation, baby. For the transformation. And nothing you can do as a human is going to stop your transformation. So give that shit up. Give it up. Because it ain't going to work. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. The best thing I ever did is give up. 2019, Spirit, I give up. I can't fight it anymore. I'm freaking done. Hey, Adrian, I can't do it. I can't do it. And they went, finally, you stupid idiot. Finally, you did it. Finally, you gave it. Was it 100%? No, it was not 100%. It was a constant battle through 19 and 2020. Trust me, COVID, this stuff, no, it's not easy. But that's me, that's not you, okay? So understand that everything's gonna be fine. If you need something, reach out, like I said, okay? I'm doing readings on Saturday, got a few appointments still left, so it's a chance to talk to me on a Saturday afternoon if you want to. No psychic fairs anymore, so it makes me available. It's a holiday weekend, so if you're around, it's gonna be beautiful outside, and you wanna book a reading, book a reading, billhobart.com. There's element packages too still. I'm gonna do something with that. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm being guided to do something else with element packages. So that's coming up also. So that hour went fast. I'm about in energy, 5th and 6th dimension at the moment. I don't know how I'm gonna ever get down, probably not. Love everybody. Make sure that you stand in who you are. Make sure that you let everything go. Make sure that you're conscious. Make sure that you feel the love of those of us who love you, okay? Because that's exactly how we're going to get through it. That's exactly how we're going to get through it. So, namaste, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and put this on YouTube next. Check it out there if you would. Like it. Subscribe if you don't subscribe to my channel. Please do. Write a little comment on there that you like what it is. Again, get them algorithms going, baby, because we're going to the top. So I need you guys to help me get there. All right. So I'll see you next Thursday for another edition of